What's good? It's your boy Adrian Nyce. Welcome to another episode of Mouthin Out, LA edition. Right now I'm here with
Sire.
Sire in the building, and that's how you spell it? S-I-R-E?
Perfect. You got it right on the money. Hit it right on the money.
Is it just Sire or is it S.I.R. No, just Sire. Okay,
Sire.
just making sure.
But the full is Sire Montgomery. That's my full name. And that's exactly how people can address me, just Sire.
And that's your artist name too, right?
Yeah, artist name. Real name Alexis for all my Alexises out there. Y'all know who y'all are who can call me that. Otherwise, address me as Sire.
Sire.
Yeah.
That's dope, though. What's up, Sire? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'm at you with the.
Where did that name come from?
Me and my girl was actually in the room one day. We're just trying to figure out what is a grand thing, and like what do people say when they see you, like what's good, king, so on and so forth. It's more often than normal. So Sire was only right. My mom and them always called me the one since I've been growing up. So it was only right that I've been named that and go as that, and it's been sticking ever since.
I like it though. It's different. Everybody goes to the go-to king or, you know what I'm saying, but that's around the same realm, you know what I'm saying, but it's different.
It's different, yeah, without having to address someone as like king or queen or something like that. Usually when someone addresses you like that, it means something else, but we're going to keep it cool. Sire.
Okay. Okay, so right now you living out here in L.A.
2 years now, 2 years strong.
And why did you move this way? You came from Charlotte.
Yeah, no, actually, well, we left A&T. After we graduated from A&T, we moved to California. Didn't want to be old and asking what if, like saying what if, like, or my kids one day that I don't have right now. My kids one day that I don't have right now asking me, Dad, why didn't you do this? I see you had so many videos of doing this. Like I was drum major in high school, like, top of my class here and there, you know what I'm saying? Like, did everything, like, class clown, like, always in front of people, you know what I'm saying? So, like, why not pursue your dreams post-college? I couldn't let high school be my highest point.
I feel that 100%. Nobody really, at the end of the day, nobody wants to live in a what-if type of world mentality, etc.
For sure.
So kudos to you for, like, actually taking a jump and coming out here. A lot of people don't even do that. It was a hassle for me to get this guy out here.
It's a journey, bro, honestly, and you got to be ready for that step. But most importantly, you got to have faith. And then also you got to understand that faith without works is dead. So you can't just expect to just be out here and then not do the work to establish yourself. It's like going to your whole new high school for the first time when you had friends somewhere else.
And let's kind of talk about what that experience was like, because the Carolinas, we're not as big as LA. What was that like going to yes, a different state, yes, a different city, but one of the biggest cities in the United States?
It's adaptation. Like honestly, it was pretty smooth. I'm a naturally outgoing person. Actually, what helped me was I didn't have a job a lot in college, but once I came here, I had to catch up to life because while I thought I had to catch up, I just had to make an adjustment. So I got a job here, and it was like a direct marketing job. So it's like face-to-face, hand-to-hand marketing. So going through that job situation, it taught me exactly how to approach people, how to not talk too fast, how to not give up if something feels a little awkward, like how to make sure that you are the person leading the conversation but also listening to. So using those skills like in like real life, like going from studio to studio or private link to private link or to big event to the Grammys and everything else, like all these Grammy parties that I've been to, it's been helping like a lot. As you can tell, I can articulate myself very well now, like in the smooth interview setting, no matter how random the interview is.
Yeah.
So it's like pretty cool. So the adaptation was pretty cool, especially because on the cusp of me getting here, the baby was also on the rise as well. So like it changed from me having to like at first like yeah if I was saying I'm from Charlotte it would be like South Carolina or New York. I'd be like it's like okay, you know what I'm saying, but now like I don't, it turned into me having to say that I was from North Carolina, but now I can just say put up the foes, everybody knowing. I can throw up the foes, everybody knowing. So now I'm from Charlotte, you hear me, like
Okay. um, so you had talked about how you moved out here and you've been to these different places, Grammy parties, et cetera, et cetera. What is it like being at those parties? How do you, I guess, take advantage of those type of events? Because my company, I used to work for this promotional company, and they kind of hosted some of those events. But I've seen it. I've seen it at first hand. It's 1 million people there. 1 million artists. Sometimes you don't even know who's standing in front of you. So how do you kind of move for our people back home who don't know? You know what I'm saying?
a lot of people actually let me retract that statement. You just can't be scared. You gotta really just like I hate when people be like I dislike when people say, oh, don't be that person to go talk to him right now. Like, no, be that person, because guess what, everybody's like, don't be that person. Guess who I can get talked to? That person who, you know what I'm saying, you were really, you know what I'm saying, like, no, so you need to be the
That's
person to
true.
go talk to everybody. Like I'm the type of person that I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna introduce myself to every single person in the room. If Jay-Z and Beyonce will humble themselves to do that, what makes you think you not supposed to do that? That can be the fucking Prince of Persia. It could be the Prince of Persia or something, like, and you shake hands with you. Now you a billionaire off something he thought was trash. Like, you know,
I never looked at it like that.
bro, I don't want to miss an ear. I've always been saying that since 2015 when I first became an artist myself. I never want to miss an ear. Of course, there's going to be people that don't like you or don't like what you have. But that's not your responsibility to understand that. Your understanding is to do what you want, love, keep up with the times. That's two, because you can't be ignorant to the fact that things are moving faster than what they appear. And then three, like, stay true to you. That's just number one.
Stay true to you. And so you do music. You do some music. Right now, if we was to send them to two songs that are out right now on streaming platforms, what two songs would we listen?
So definitely two different sides of me. Right now, one of the main joints that's going crazy right now is my song called Overtime. Overtime is going crazy on YouTube, crazy on Apple Music, crazy on Spotify. You can just go listen to it yourself. And then the second one will be my second song called Shorty.
Shorty or Shawty?
Shorty. Now
Shorty.
there's a difference between Shawty and Shorty. Okay, Shawty, that's the little joint that you call or you say you hit up, you up.
Come through.
Shorty is the one that's hitting you like where you at. Like, it's getting late, you need to be hitting my phone, come back through.
One.
You know what I'm saying? That's the one, and Don, that's the one.
Shorty and Shawty. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so it's Shorty like mine. What is it?
Yeah, so it's it's the like a remix of the Shorty Like Mine song with Bow Wow.
Bow Wow.
Brown. Shout out to them. Shout out to Jonte Austin, Jermaine Dupri, everybody that was
In the
a part of
building.
that record. But my own spin on it, and it's very cool. You guys can go listen to that, watch the video, so on and so forth. G Belafonte actually shot the video. My boy Six Sense, he went to A&T as well. He produced the beat. So
Next question.
yeah, everything is definitely in house. So we definitely got to keep it moving.
What about your other song? Who produced it? Engineer.
Yeah, I actually produced that song Overtime. Yeah. So the guitar, the bass guitar, and the engineer was my boy Eddie from Diamond Factory Studios. He actually mixes everything. So a lot of the records that you guys hear, he put his magic touch on it and all of that.
You recorded those out here, or made them out here?
Yeah. I recorded those songs here. It was a year. It was like when I first moved here. Let me tell you why I would produce Overtime. So I came here to California. Didn't really know that many people. So I came out here the month before, like for the BET Awards. Went to a couple BET parties, got invited. I'm just feeling it, feeling myself. You know me. I'm talking to everybody, like I told you, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth. I happened to meet this one guy named Juice, Juice Billionaire. Shout out to him.
In the building.
I told him like, yo, like I am going to move to Cali soon. You know, I don't know how many times he heard that, you know what I'm saying, but he's to me for some reason he was like, oh yeah, man, just hit me when you're out here.
Receptive.
Yeah, bro. But like a week before I was about to come out here, he had threw a special up, like, hey, 4 tracks, 4 beats, mix and master, package. Hit me for details. Hit him. I spent like 7 bands and some change. You know what I'm saying? Like, if not more, you know. And that's probably the deal. So don't go to him thinking that you about to just spend 7. Like I'm telling you, and it's actually worth it every penny. But once I did that, and as I'm paying, I'm sitting in there and I'm just looking and observing and learning. I'm like, wow, I could do this too. This person just made this amount of money off of one person. Imagine how many people, you know, came in for this deal. And like, wow, how can I be more self-sufficient? Mind you, I told you when I came out here, I had got the job. That led me to be like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need to find a way to be self-sufficient. So I started a couple companies outside of what I already had going on, which is like the polar movement.
That's what we about to talk about.
Yes, sir. And like that's why I started making beats. I'm like, man, I need to get as good so I can do the same thing for someone else at a discounted rate for someone who's just now coming over and want to start, or someone anywhere in the world. Like, you know, I meet with like a lot of my friends via social media. Thank God for social media in Africa, you know, so on and so forth. So that's like why I started making beats, and that's why I made overtime, so I can take advantage of like all of the royalties and so on and so forth.
And at the end of the day, you know, like if you can't find a producer, you can't find an engineer, you got yourself at the worst case scenario, you know what I'm saying, and you're knowledgeable about it, etc., so you can make it sound good and stuff like that.
And you want to definitely make sure you want to acclimate yourself in any room, be an asset in any room. Like, so I can, if I needed to, I can get behind the board and work Pro Tools. If I needed to, I can add some melodies to the beat. If I needed to, I can write the whole song. If I needed to, you know what I'm saying, like I could do anything you need for me to do.
Every aspect.
You know what I'm saying, yeah.
That's smart, actually. That way, you know, any situation you can adjust and be whatever position, whatever role need to be. So let's talk about polar sport. Is it polar or is it polar sport?
So polar sport is a collection inside of our many collections in the polar movement. We're not just a clothing brand. We are a movement lifestyle brand, positive outlook about reality. We are engineered with optics.
That's what polar means. Say it again.
Polar stands for a positive outlook about reality. So, yeah, go ahead, thepolarmovement.com. Check me out, COO. My partner, Mr. Yuck, that's the CEO. And the host of all of us doing what we need to do to make sure we do what we need to do.
This shit is fire, man. This shit is fire. Stand up real quick. Just give, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Got the bust downs on. You know? Nah, that's dope. That's dope, man.
Yes, sir.
So Polar came about how?
So Polar, actually my man's Dan Freeman, Cam, and Preston, they actually started it in between Winston, what's it called, WSSU and North Carolina A&T. In 2012, 2015, me and my guy, Mr. Yuck, we took over it. They passed it down to us because we was pushing the vision so crazy. And we just like, it just turned into a family environment. And from there, we just been doing the live shows. We done interviewed DJ Enough. We done like opened up for many people. We done opened up at so many homecoming shows. We done did so many shows, performed for thousands of people. Like, check the track record. Type us in, you know, Sire, the Polar Movement, Mr.
Sire.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it's out there, you know. And then the best part about it is, right now, my brother done took half all the footage. So if you go and check all his logos on everything, you'll see it. So everything in house, like since day one. So,
good.
like that's how it's going. You know, you got to build a legacy.
And so before we get out of here, I kind of just want to know, like, what's the ultimate goal? What's your vision? What's your end goal for you, your brand, everything?
Yeah, just to be the next staple in the city. Because I'm already like that. And on the home front, but globally. I'm a universal artist, so I need that universal recognition. So the plan is to do what I need to do to earn that from each and every one of you guys. So as we move forward, let's do what we need to do together. I tap you, you tap me, and we're gonna tap together.
And what's your social media so they can contact you, drop your emails too if they want to get you directly?
Yes, sir. So mine is go SIRE Montgomery, like Alabama. You can't miss it. That's at the Polar Movement, THEPOLAR movement. Can't miss it. Anything you want is SireMontgomery.com, ExperienceSire.com, thepolarmovement.com, Sire at ExperienceSire.com if you need to contact me.
All right, man. And before we go, just so I have this segment called One Piece of Advice. Okay. So what I want you to do is give one piece of advice to 21-year-old you. 21-year-old you. Give one piece of advice with the knowledge that you have right now.
You already the one. You already know. Like, don't doubt it. Like, if I was to know back then what I know now, I would have just went a lot harder. But for me to know that now, while we're still young, keep going. You're much closer to your dreams than where you started. Keep pushing. That's my advice to me.
Keep pushing. Hey, y'all take that advice also, man. So once again, this is Adrian Nyce. Y'all go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mouthin Out. Right now, I'm here with the one and only Sire in the building. This is Mouthin Out, LA edition, and we out. Peace.
Ah!